the wedding scene with Forky and Knifey, or Karen Beverly. We knew this was coming. You know, we saw at the end of Toy Story 4 that they hinted that they may become romantic and probably get married. So I'm not surprised by this, but it is really fun and cute and adorable that we see Bonnie here doing a playtime scene, dream sequence, you know, imaginative play. So it's really cool that, you know, with Andy we got that a lot, and it's cool that Bonnie's still doing it here with her toys, staging a dramatic wedding. Somebody poisoned the bridesmaid, and it was Rex, you know, so that was really cool. So I thought that was a really fun scene. At first I didn't know what to think, but this animation is just out of this world. Totally different and something I've never seen before. I like the animation style here for the dream or playtime sequence, so that was really cool to see. So I really like that. It's always over the top and exaggerated, but it makes it really fun. So that was awesome to see Bonnie playing with her toys. So it kind of shows that parallel, you know, with Bonnie versus tech, you know, toys versus tech. And this is where the tech problem comes into play. She has a package and she opens it up. It is LilyPad, a tablet device that does everything. Just like a lot of kids today are tied to phones or tablets, or, you know, you hear that term all the time, iPad kids or something. Bonnie here has a new iPad tablet, and it's going to create a problem for the toys. The toys are like, oh no, we're going to be extinct, Rex says, not again. I thought that was a really funny line, as a, you know, he's a dinosaur toy saying that. But yeah, that was really funny and sad at the same time. And now Bonnie's on it all the time. You can see her here. Dad's on his phone. She's on her tablet. This little robot vacuum comes in to kind of show you how tech has taken over people's homes. And she's always on the tablet all the time. And so Jesse's like, you know, LilyPad, we need to have a talk. We've been working so hard to get to playtime with Bonnie, and you have to come along and ruin it. And LilyPad, of course, is a villain here. Doesn't seem to have any empathy or compassion for the toys. If anything, LilyPad is just trying to steal the attention away and say, you know what, I'm here, I'm gonna take over. And so here's a really interesting shot of Bonnie showing, hey, let's play with these toys. And her friends are like horrified, like, no, we don't want to play with toys. We want to play with our tablet device. So yeah, that was a pretty obvious, you know, plot line, but very cool to see it in real time, how they're going to play it out in the movie. In the LilyPad, you know, you already have this kind of feeling of disgust, or like you just, that icky feeling like, oh, LilyPad is taking over. We don't want this. And I definitely feel that here with this so far. So LilyPad's showing off. I can listen, I can record, I can translate languages, I can do it all, and I'm better than you kind of attitude, you know, which is really sad for the toys because it's like, great, like how are we going to compete with a tech device? And Ham gets all sad and says, I'm going to go find a spot behind the dresser. So sad. Very heartbreaking. This is the part where I felt kind of emotional watching the trailer. You know, you have a heart-to-heart here with Jesse and Woody. And it kind of shows how they communicate. You know, they're on walkie-talkies. So maybe that's, you know, while Woody's been on a lost toy with Bo Peep, they communicate with a tech device, which is really funny, a walkie-talkie system. And they're talking, and Woody's like, yeah, you know, like tech is everything. It's everywhere. And they're kind of realizing, wow, we might have a huge problem here. We see Bo Peep here. I love that we saw that Bo Peep has come back here, so we know she's in the movie. She just may have a very minor role because she was, you know, the lead actress in Toy Story 4 character. And so, yeah, that was cool to see her, though, that, you know, we now know she's back. We just don't know and how much she will be shown through the movies. But yeah, Woody and Jesse broke my heart here because they're like, yeah, you know what, this is a problem. We don't know how to move away from this tech device that's taking over, and really took over Bonnie's life. You know, she went from playing with the toys all the time to now we're being shown Bonnie just cares about tech and the tablet. And so Jesse has to realize this realization, like, oh no, fear of abandonment. Am I being abandoned again? You know, just like Emily abandoned me, and now Bonnie's gonna abandon me for this tech device. It's a very sad trauma for Jessie. This is a big trouble for her. You know, she's definitely going to face her fears once again of being abandoned or feeling abandoned by her owner. And Woody definitely feels for her. You can tell he has a lot of empathy for her. And here's Woody. He's back and he's there to help the toys. And then, of course, Forky chimes in with perfect comedic timing. Nice dress, Woody. And it just, I don't know, it just cracks me up because it's just so out of nowhere. And Woody's like, it's a poncho. And it gives me like that Clint Eastwood vibes, which is really cool. I love that. You know, he looks like a very cool cowboy with his poncho. And then a bald spot gets revealed. This is so funny. I can't believe when I saw this. Tim Allen had given us a hint, but the sun blinds them off the reflection of his bald spot. That's so exaggerated and super funny. And I really love that. I was laughing so hard when I saw that. And I still am. It's so funny. But yeah, Woody's back. And then this is awesome. You know, we saw that heartfelt goodbye at Toy Story 4. And now Woody and Buzz reunited again, and we don't know how long it's been, maybe a couple of years, but here they are again, embracing as friends, you know, just like no time has passed. Friends are forever, and Woody and Buzz embrace here. And then Lily Pad coming in again to basically say, you toys are no match for me. You know, that's the vibe you get. And the toys are just kind of like, oh, how do we reason with this device? Because Lily Pad is not playing nice so far. So far, Lily Pad is showing them, I have the tech, I have a lot over you don't have, and I basically control Bonnie and her friends now. Because look, you can see Bonnie here with her friends. They're just, instead of hanging out and playing together, they're just sitting down on their tablet devices, of course. And then it looks like Bonnie puts Bullseye and Jesse here in the car, and Lily Pad's winking like, uh-oh, are they getting rid of the toys? Are they being donated? I don't know. That is very troubling to see. And then we see a cool shot of the Rogue commemorative high-tech Buzz Lightyears. Apparently they're waterproof, and they're coming out on this island from the shipping container that broke down, I guess, from the plane or the cargo ship, not sure. And that's really cool. Got a lot of Small Soldiers vibes from that. Cinema Toy Box had said this on his podcast too, and I agree. I felt the same way when I saw that. Small Soldiers. And then here's Lily Pad fighting with Woody and Buzz. And yeah, it looks like they're going to have trouble because Lily Pad is very powerful. As you can see, flung them across the room. Here I want to break it down later, but it looks like they're at Emily's house with the furniture. Looks like Jesse finds a potty training device. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. This is all speculation right now. And then Bonnie has a heart-to-heart moment there with Jesse, kind of like Andy has with Woody. So that was really cool to see that parallel from that scene. And it just, everything just looks super fun. These new characters that we're seeing, we're going to learn more about soon. You know, who are the good guys, who are the bad guys? We don't really know fully yet. But it is nice to see Woody and Buzz together again, going on these adventures and helping each other out, just like good times. And even arguing a little bit and fighting a little bit, which is very typical of Woody and Buzz. They do that. And we saw that a lot in Toy Story 1, obviously. And they bicker and they don't agree all the time, but they still work together to help each other and the toys. So at the end of the day, they do make up. And again, another Poncho joke, which is always fun. So this is going to be a really fun movie. I know they recast the potato heads, and so it's not AI or anything. They're going to, or old, you know, audio recordings. This is going to be new voice acting for Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. We know they're in the movie, and it's very interesting to see how that goes. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the new Toy Story 5 updates? And we just saw a lot, and there's a lot more coming. When I was searching the internet, one of my fans sent me a link to an Italian version of the trailer, which is like a mini version. And they showed us just a little bit more about Jesse going to possibly Emily's house. We see Jesse go in the car. It looks like Bonnie's going to take them somewhere. And then somewhere, I don't know if Bonnie donates them to Emily's granddaughter now, or, you know, not sure, but she's on a real horse now. This kind of ties back to Toy Story 2 when Emily was into horses and had horses on her dresser. So it would make sense that Emily grows up to have her own like horse property where she has horses and, you know, maybe a farmhouse. It looks like they're out in the middle of nowhere. So that is really exciting. I really think that Jessie does return back to Emily's house. Is she donated there by Bonnie to her new granddaughter? We're not sure, but that's my speculation based on what we know. In Toy Story 2, we know Emily was probably around Andy's dad's age because it was a flashback to like the 50s or 60s when Woody was a newer doll. And, you know, that whole Woody's Roundup was new at that time. So it would make sense now that Emily would be the grandmother and possibly the toys get donated to her granddaughter. But that's yet to be seen. The furniture did look a little bit old. I remember in that picture. So it could be Emily is a grandmother, and that's the conclusion I'm drawing. Is Smarty Pants a potty training device for Emily's granddaughter? I don't know, maybe. We'll have to wait and see more, but thank you, partners, for sitting down to break down the trailer a little bit deeper. I have a lot of awesome videos coming soon for Toy Story 5, so you don't want to miss out. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, very soon on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure!
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man. That might be.
You are a child's plaything!
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.